Welcome back, class 7. And since we've been discussing measurements from the last class, so we'll continue from there only, okay? And today we'll be talking about measurement of volume. So what is measurement of volume? And before we discuss how to measure volume, we need to know what is a volume. So when we talk about volume, volume means the space occupied by an object. So how much space an object occupies is its volume. For example, you can see this cube here. So it occupies a certain space, isn't it? So whatever space it occupies is its volume. So the duster occupies a different volume, this cube occupies a different volume. The chalk occupies a different volume, the chalk holder occupies a different volume, the book occupies different space. So they have different volumes. And more the space it occupies, more is its volume. So if you compare this cube and if you compare this duster, which has more volume? Obviously the duster. So if you compare the book and the duster, which occupies more space? The book. Therefore, it has more volume. So more the space it occupies, more is its volume. Okay, so today we'll be learning about how to find the volume of regular solids, which are referred in the book. But before that, let us discuss about the units of volume. And before we discuss the units of volume, let's recapitulate the SI units of area. What is the SI unit of area? So in the last class we discussed that SI unit of area is square meter, meter square or square meter. Okay. Last time in the last class we discussed that the SI unit of area is meter square or square meter. And the unit of volume is meter cube or cubic meter. Now you can see the difference. Okay, when we talk about the unit of area of a solid, the unit is meter square or square meter, so it's square. And for volume, it's cubic meter or meter cube. Why do we have square here and why do we have cube here? Is because for a solid, okay, for a solid, see, if we are calculating the area, you're only calculating the surface. Okay, which means, as I told you, it's bounded by the length and the breadth. Okay, it's bounded by the length and the breadth, and that's why we calculate only the length and the breadth. But when we are calculating volume, we need to calculate the entire, we include the height as well. That's why when we talk about volume, we have length, breadth and height. So length, breadth and height, and all length, breadth and height has meter, meter and meter. That means the unit of length is meter, unit of breadth is meter, unit of height is meter. So when you pile up this meter into meter into meter, you get meter cube or cubic meter. Okay, so this is the unit of the volume of a solid. Now how do we calculate the different volume? So first we have volume of a cube. Now see, they refer to this one. You've seen those puzzles also. These are the examples of cube. Okay, just omit this part, this bulge part. So this is a cube. A cube has length, breadth and height. And all the sides of a cube, have the same measurement. That means if length is 5, breadth will also be 5, height will also be 5. So that's why in a cube we will say length, breadth and height. We say sides. Okay, so all the 3 sides of a cube has not all 3 sides, but I mean all the length, breadth and height will be equal. That's why when we measure the volume of a measure volume of a cube, okay, when we are measuring the volume of a cube, we simply multiply side into side into side. Okay, and how many sides do we have? 3. That's why we refer it to as side to the power 3. So that would be your volume of a cube. Now, another one is volume of a cuboid. Now volume of a cuboid, okay, volume of a cuboid This is an example of a cuboid. A cuboid has length, breadth and height of different measurement. Okay, that means a cuboid has length. If length is 10, breadth can be 5, height can be 3. Okay, it might be different. That means all the three values for length, breadth and height will not be same for a cuboid. Whereas the length, breadth and height, the value will be the same for the cube. That's why we write for cube, we write side into side into side instead of length, breadth and height. But for a cuboid, length will be different, breadth will be different, height will be different. That's why we write it as length into breadth into height. Okay, so this is the formula for calculating the volume of a cuboid. Length into breadth into height. Whereas for a cube, all the sides are equal. That's why we write side into side into side. Now another one is volume of a cylinder. Now this is what a cylinder looks like. You have seen it. Okay. So this is your what is called a cylinder. A cylinder, you can see from the figure itself, a cylinder doesn't have length and breadth. What does it have? It has height. Okay, so H stands for height. So cylinder has height. And two circles. You can see the two ends which are circular in shape. So this is your, so what is it? It is related to radius. Okay, a circle is related to radius. And what is a radius? See, this is your circle. What is your radius? Radius is the line which joins the center of the circle with the surface, the circumference of the circle. So this is your radius. Okay, I think I've done this already in maths. I'm just explaining you one more time. So in case some of you might not be knowing it. So radius is the line which joins the center of the circle to the surface of the circle. And that is your radius. So we have, in a circle, either we have radius or diameter. So what are we referring here? Radius. And what is the area of a circle? The formula for area of a circle is pi r square. Now, in case if you don't know what is pi, which is written as pi, it's a Greek symbol. Okay, it's a Greek symbol for a constant term, and that constant term, that value is 22 by 7. So instead of 22 by 7, the Greeks, they used to write down pi. Okay, so we have this pi, instead of 22 by 7, we just write pi. So, which is a symbol. And what's the formula for area of a circle? Area of a circle is given by pi r square multiplied with height. So pi r square h gives you the volume of a cylinder. So area of a circle multiplied into height will give you the volume of a cylinder. Next one is volume of a cone. Okay. So what is your cone? I'm sure you all are very much aware of what a cone looks like. So this is your cone. Okay, it can be upside down. I've just drawn it this way. A cone doesn't have length and breadth again, but what does it have? Height. Okay, the dotted line that I've drawn over here represents the height. Okay, and then it has a circle here, and as I told you, circles related to radius. So what is the formula for the cone? It's 1/3 pi r square h. So why do we write 1/3 pi r square? As you know, pi r square is the area of a circle. So 1/3 pi r square h. So from here only you can make out that cone is 1/3 of a cylinder. The whole cylinder, if you divide into 3 parts, each part will be 1 cone. So volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. And the last one that you have is volume of a sphere. Okay, and the sphere, you know what sphere means, right? The ball, the football, the basketball, they are what? They are spherical in shape, which means they are a sphere. Okay, they are examples of sphere. And what's the formula for a sphere? If you have to calculate the volume of a sphere, 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, this is the volume of a sphere. This is how we calculate the volume of a sphere. So these are the different ways, these are different formulas for calculating the volume of a solid. Okay, any regular solid. Now, how do we calculate the volume of a liquid? Okay, this one we'll be doing in the next class. So as of now, I hope you understood this one. So till then, have a good day.